Oh my gosh. So, alrighty. Alrighty. So, hello everyone. I'm trying something new here where I am showing my face. I think this is the first time I've ever done this. So, I want to see if this is working for everyone. It's going to be kind of weird. Okay, it seems like I am here. Oh, gosh, gosh, gosh. All right. So, it seems like I am live. I'm so sorry. It took me longer than forever. And gosh, I'm super nervous because I've never tried to do this through Zoom. And so I wanted to see where you are. So I guess this time I definitely need to make sure I keep seeing what I have here. And I was trying to share on my group, but at this point I don't even know if I can do that. So just give me 1 second here. In the meantime, just let me know where you are watching me from. Holy cow, I am I am definitely very nervous to be live this way because I don't know if this whole thing is working. So, have you have had that experience? Anyway, so I'm not going to bother right now with the groups. I'll share afterwards because yeah, it's already too much trying to figure out what is working. But anyway, so thank you so much for being here. I'm gonna have here my cell phone because interestingly, I can see the Zoom, I can see the screen, but I cannot really see the comments unless it is um, through my phone. So it's kind of crazy. I've also have two phones this time. So one is for me to do the presentation where I show you how to make the cards, and then this one is going to help me. So this one is going to help me um, see your comments because otherwise I won't be able to see it. All right, so thank you for being here. Hi, hi Teresa. Hola Gordita. Hi Pam. Hi Denise. All right, so we're here. Thank you, thank you. Lots of people joining us, so thank you. I really appreciate you being here. So first of all, like I said, I wanted to try something new. Because I don't know if you have heard, I've been sending emails and as well I have been posting, but we're gonna have a challenge next week. And so I definitely wanted to talk about it. And I thought it was going to be weird just to talk with my hands. Like, you know, how I usually just show you my hands when I'm making the praise, but when I am talking, it doesn't seem right. So anyway, so next week, there is a challenge on my Facebook group. So you have to register and you get the information about that, about the Facebook group when you sign up. So I have put on the description of this video the link to sign up for that. And what is really cool about this challenge is that I'm gonna go live every day of next week. So September 14th through September 18th, I'll be going live to share with you how you can kickstart your creativity so that you can make cards confidently and easier, right? So I have heard in the past from lots of other craft makers that sometimes the challenge is learning how to create their own cards. If you're a Stampin' Up demonstrator, maybe it is designing your cards for either a workshop, your own use, or maybe a card class. And so I figure it will be great to have a challenge to show you a little bit of a process that I use. And then as well, I am actually releasing my online course on that week. So definitely, I'm going to be talking also about that, but definitely you're going to get so much more from that challenge because we're going to use the process and show you how you can come up with different cards. Every day we're going to be doing a different layout, no layout, but different. You can see how they all look different. How can you be incorporating design series paper, your die cutting, your punches, your everything so that you can get different looks. And then it will hopefully help you brainstorm or actually kickstart your creativity of how to come up with cards. So if you are excited about that, make sure you sign up for the challenge. I'm so excited to have every one of you there. So far in the group, we have about 500 people. So I am super excited to get that started. And again, it's going to start next week. So that said, another announcement I have, as usual, this is the last week to sign up for the Poinsettia card class. And if you are new to me, if you have never seen it, so these are the cards that we're going to be making. This is part of that Stamp Stack program that I have released last month, where every month we do, it's about every month, every 3-4 weeks, we do a different card set, and it is 12 cards at a time, so that when December comes, you already have 60 cards ready to go and mail it. So it is for you to do your cards little by little and get ready for the holidays. So hopefully you join me. Also, if you have all the supplies and you only want the video tutorials, make sure you go to my blog at creatingwithali.com/shop. And that's where you're going to be seeing all the PDFs that are available. I already have 2 of the Stamp Stacks there. And then next week, we're going to be releasing the 3rd one, which is using the snowflake wishes. So definitely lots of things going on in the classes as well. So let's get started. I said I was going to be showing you how to do 3 cards, and I'm going to be using the Poinsettia Place. Now, this is where it's going to get interesting because I need to be shifting the different cameras. So just give me a second. And again, I hope I have this down to, I hope I can know exactly how to do that. So just give me a second. I'm going to turn my camera here on because I have to get this one, put the video, and then I'm going to stop sharing on this other screen. And again, I'm sorry, I'm giving you all the narrative of what I am doing. And I'm gonna just pin the video. All right, so, okay, so I can see myself. Hopefully you can see me. I have removed the other one. And so now it's time for you to see the hands like you usually do. So hopefully this part is easier for me because, and so I hope you're seeing this. Can you see these? If you can, let me know if you can see it. Can you see this? I think there is a lag on the whole Zoom thing. So I don't, oh, maybe I need to still put this one here. So let me see, can you still see it? No, you cannot see it. Oh gosh, if this doesn't work, then I have to go to the other way where I'll have to disconnect. Hopefully you can see it now. I am sharing. Well, how do I pin this video? See, so I'm telling you, I'm very challenged with this. Well, this is going to be interesting. I can share my video, but I don't know how. Show no video participant. Hide self view. So I don't know if you can see it. And of course there's a lag, so that then I don't know. Like I said, this is going to be a little bit challenging, and maybe I need to finish this thing and then go to the regular ones because I can see myself in Zoom, but I don't see. Oh gosh, this is frustrating. All right, you know what, guys? It doesn't seem like this is doing anything at this point. Yes, you can see me, but you don't see this other camera. So that's where it's kind of frustrating. I don't know how to fix that. Well, you know what? It says that I pinned this video, which I think it's crazy how, well, this is going to be interesting. All right, you know what, guys? I'm gonna disconnect from here and we're gonna go as our regular because I can see myself here, but you can, oh, well, now you can kind of see it. This is weird. Okay, this is where, and this is so tiny. Well, how do, oh, you know what? Maybe. All right. Can you see it here? Oh gosh. Okay. Well, all good now. Oh, good. Good. Okay, we'll figure it out. Goodness gracious. Okay. Well, I have no clue what I did, but I'll have to play with this more. Oh gosh, I'm telling you, I am sweating here. I'm not. This is just crazy. But okay, so let's just get it started. So here's the thing: we're gonna be doing Christmas cards, and of course, you are seeing what I have here. But the first thing I wanted to share is let me get the stamp set. And you're gonna be laughing now. I don't even have the stamp set here with me. So just give me one. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, you can tell I was just scrambling. So here is the stamp set and the die set. So one of the cool things with this one is that the dies actually cut and emboss at the same time. And one of the tips that I wanted to give you is that try to put some washi tape on them. That way, when you run it through, you do both things. I don't like doing on one pass the cutting and then on the other one the embossing. I'd rather do both things at the same time. So we're going to be using this one for our pieces. So let's just get here started. And of course, let me just see here. Well, I'm going to put it here just for right now. So I'm going to go ahead and take the stamp set, and I'm going to be needing both of the leaves for this one. And I'll share it with you in a second, also the paper, because I think the paper is amazing. And this whole suite, oh my goodness, there's so many things on this suite. So let me just tell you here for a second. So on this paper, I gotta show you this first, is that some of the elements, so this is the paper that I'm gonna be mainly using for the cards today. And one of the things that I wanted to point out is that some of them you have to cut them with the scissors, but some others are actually, you can actually die cut them, okay? So that you can see here, they can actually be die cut, which I think is great. But there's also a lot more of the other ones. So definitely you can cut them with your scissors, which is what I did on this particular one. So you can see that one. I've also had that cut this element, right? So these little berries. And this one, let me just move this one because I'm sure I'm going to be losing those in a second. So the same thing is true with this paper. So this paper, as you can see, you can die cut some of those, which is what I've done for all the cards that you're going to see tonight. So that definitely helps a lot in your card making because it goes super fast. Now, of course, the stamp set, you can stamp them and color them and then like cut them. But if you have the paper, why not using it, right? So another thing that is really cool with this collection is that there is also, I'm going to put it this way. There is also the same thing here. So let me just show you here. I want to share it with you so you can see it. Yeah, you can see it better. So you can die cut the leaves and the same berries from this paper. So I think that's also really great because these will help you as embellishments. And they also have the poinsettia. So I thought that was kind of cool as well. Let me just show you here so you can see it. You can see it here. And on this one, all the poinsettias match the die set differently as the, it's a little bit different than the paper because on the other paper, some were die cut and some others cannot. In this one, all the larger poinsettias can be die cut, which again, it helps you a lot to do your card making even easier. Now, I think I have a sample. I don't know if I have a sample here, but I'll show you if I find it. for this video. But you could be doing your poinsettias either from there, or also you can be making from the paper, which is what I did for the card class that I was showing you. Most of the, or actually all of the cards use the poinsettias from the stamp set. So definitely lots of options for the poinsettias. And so for this time, I wanted to use the design series paper because I wanted to make it a little bit easier to go with it. Now I've also die cut, so apart from the berries that we have here, they also have provided this die that can do these berries, right? Which I think they also look great for embellishments. Again, I really like when Stampin' Up! Gives us lots of options for kind of embellishments, because I think that that helps a lot. So for this one, I'm going to go ahead and use Old Olive. I'm not going to go right now over the measurements until a second. But I'm going to go ahead and take both of the leaves, and I'm going to be stamping them with garden green. So let me just here get the, here we go, garden green. And I have also a sponge here. So I'm going to move this one aside. I'm going to go ahead and now, because this is photopolymer, I would suggest you use the Prismat, because that way you get a better transfer of your image. And I'm going to try to, yeah, I think I can fit them both here. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp one leaf here. There we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the other one here so that I can like cut them. Okay. Now, I'm gonna, so from that perspective, then you're just gonna line them up. Now, when you put this washi tape, try to still leave the areas in between so that you can line them up. Okay. And then run it through your die cutting machine. Let me just put this one as well. This washi tape, you can see is, there we go. Yeah, so you just want it to be in the middle. And then the same thing goes here, okay? Again, leave yourself some space so that you can see through that. Then run it through your machine and you'll get the two of the leaves already. I don't know if you can see that they are embossed on one side, right? You can see that it's embossed, and then you have the marks. So anyway, I'm just gonna leave it that way for this time. I don't think that I need more of those, okay. And once you have them that way, once you die cut them, I'm going to take this one. I'm going to bring the, again, the garden green, and I have here a sponge. Now, I usually get, I cut the sponges, and we have little circles of the sponge, and then I cut them in little pieces, and then I add a tab. That way, I know what the color is, so that they're always ready for me to go. So the first thing I always do is I put the ink, or I take the ink from with my sponge, but usually I like to sponge out in the paper and then into the area. That way you don't get those, like, I don't know, like I don't know how to say the word, but if you go straight, it kind of looks like this type of dots all there rather than a smooth thing. So I try to take a little bit of that ink and then I just sponge it through the leaf. And once I have that, I might add a little bit to the edges, just to add a little bit. But you can see I have here from darker to lighter. I don't go all the way through. I just go through this area. Okay. For the next card, I'm going to go ahead and do the same. And I'm going to be sponging. I'm just going to be sponging. And again, you want to take a little bit from there and then just a sponge. Oh, and see, I went too dark on this one. See what I mean? I don't really like when that happens. That's why I try to take almost all of it, but it will be fine. I mean, it's still fine. And then I will just take and sponge the edges. And so this is what I'm going to be doing for all the for all the leaves. Now, if you were doing this for the poinsettia, let me just show you one here that I have. Just give me 1 second here, and I'll show you. Because if you want to use the poinsettias, I have here real red. And so for the real red, I stamp in real red, and then I just sponge the center, the middle area. Okay, and you can see here that same as with the leaves, it goes from the darker to the lighter, and then I sponge the edges, just the edges, but I didn't go all the way through. So it's the same process. Now, you would line them up this way so that you can give a little more of dimension. And then let me show you another one, because I really like how they look with this one. Same thing with this one. And I did exactly the same as with the leaves. I do have the pieces already glued together with the washi tape, as you can see, so that when I am cutting them, I am embossing at the same time, even if it is stamped. Okay, because I heard from someone that they were not really doing the embossing because they were stamped, but I feel like even when they are stamped, it kind of gives a little bit more of dimension and texture when you see it in person. So now this one was actually stamped with crumb cake. Now, the thing with this one is that I actually stamp off the first stamp, so it's not too dark. And then the sponging on this one is actually with Sahara sand. So it's a lighter version. It's not really the crumb cake, because the crumb cake tends to be a little bit darker with the white. And this is Whisper White. So you can see how it looks. And again, I go from the center to the outside, and then sponge the edges. One thing with this one is I wouldn't do as much sponging because I still want it to look white, right? So look at this one, and I kind of follow the idea from this. You could also play with maybe so saffron to have a little bit of the yellowish, but you can see that the Sahara sand also did the trick with this one, right? So that's what I would do with this ones. Now, one thing to also know is that we have on this collection, and now I look, oh yeah, here, the pearls. So for these particular ones, I think that it will be really nice to add pearls, whether you'd make them in white or you leave it white, and you can see them better here. Okay, or maybe you could add what is this color? Daffodil Delight, the dark shade on the blend, and then color the center of those. And let me give you here another one. And so, as I was telling you also, out of the flock, right? You remember we saw that vellum paper with flock. I actually, this one was a sponge. The flock, the one that has the vellum that has the flock, I actually sponged this one with Daffodil Delight. Really light. Again, you want to make sure that you take the color out and then just do it a little bit. But you can see how those pearls look amazing. So I would probably add the yellow, yeah, a yellow color with the blend. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, like you would just go and take your stamping blend or any alcohol marker for that matter. You could also even use your Sharpies. The cool thing when you use the blends is that it actually goes with the colors from Stampin' Up, so everything color coordinates really nice. But honestly, you could use Sharpies, you could use and I'm gonna try to do a zoom in here. Well, not a zoom in, but I'm gonna try to put it closer to you so that you can see it. See that? So now they look yellow. Now, if you look at them, let me just put this one here without that so that you can see it better. Whoop. Now we just put this one like right here and see how nice it looks. Let me just do a close-up look for you guys. So see how it looks? It looks really nice, right? And it goes kind of what we have on this one, right? With the yellow right at the center. Of course, move it in here. And then just glue it down with like glue dots. Same with this one. If you were doing the red one, right? Let me just show you how it would look. You can use
the yellow and it looks amazing. You can also just do as they come and they also look amazing. I tend to add the color because I feel like they just look happier. I don't know, that's just me. All right, so those are the different types of poinsettia. So definitely all of these cards you can recreate with any type of poinsettia, whether it's the design series paper, the ones that you stamp and a sponge like I mentioned on this one, or also using the flock. That's why I wanted to share with you all the different ones that you can do. That way you have multiple ideas and just change them, right? So now let's just go over with this. Oh, you know what? I also need the sentiment here. Huh, what did I do with the stamp set? I mean, I had the stamp set here. Now I'm telling you guys, think like I'm super nervous because I'm losing everything. All right. Oh, here it is. I'm like, I'm sure I'm super nervous because holy cow, I've been losing even more things than before. And you know that I always lose everything. So that's normal. But I think that today I'm extra losing everything. So just bear with me, guys. All right. So these are the ones that we're going to be using today. All right. So, all right. So there we go. As far as, oh my goodness. Of course I end up with this here. All right, so as far as the card, so we have here self-swayed. And one of the things that I wanted to use was the new, one of the new labels that we've got from Stampin' Up! That you can do like treat holders, because these toppers, right, you can fold it in half either at this notch or at this notch, and then clip it to your baggie filled with treats or something like that. So this is really cute for that. But I also like the fact that it is a label, and you know how much I love having labels for the card making. So definitely thought that these two, especially the first three, are great for your card making. These two, the larger two, I think they're too big for card making, of course, unless you're doing one of those big cards. But for your regular card, I think they're too big. So now for this ones, what I have is, and honestly, I think that I had way so many ideas with this that I had to stop myself, and I'll say that in a minute why. But so this one is self-swayed, and it is 5.5 by 8.5. And we're going to be folding it in half. Oh, and I told you it was going to be hard to see all your comments. So I'm going to try to read them at the end and see if there's any questions. Just because at this time I have a computer, the laptop, the phone, and another phone here. And I don't know. So, but if you have any questions, just let me know. I'm going to go through all of them at the end and see what you're posting. I think I can see your comments here. Oh, gosh. All right. So this is 8.5 by 5.5. And we're going to be folding it in half. Use your bone folder. That way you have a crease fold. Then I have a, what is this called? The design series paper from the same suite. So this is the Poinsettia Place design series paper, and this one is 5 1/4 by 4. Okay, and so we're going to be careful adding. The one thing is I could add dimensionals, which I don't think I will, because it's design series paper, so it's really light. Or you can add your liquid tumble, which you know I don't really do, or you can use your seal, right? The only thing is that we just got to be careful with these areas because those are really thin. So that's the only thing where I am like, well, maybe using the liquid tumble today might be a good. But anyway, and then I have the next size. So I use the third label on this for this section, and then I'm using the second, right? As you can see here for the label inside. So now for this label, I'm actually going to go ahead and stamp the sentiment and just picture how I want to have it. Let me just put it here. So one of the things that I always do is I laid everything before I glue things. That will help me see where I want to put the sentiment. how I need to align it, because if I put it in the, and you'll see what I mean, but if I put it in the middle, you'll see that then the flower might not fit. So one of the things that I started doing is usually I just put the leaves or the elements into my design or into the card that I am designing. And actually, I think I'm going to go with the large one here just to see how I like it. And then that also helps me play where I want it that way or where I want to change it. But see, I want to put like these ones here. And I don't know if I want to or just the one. But definitely, yeah, I feel like I do need another one. Let's just add more of these little things. And I'll be honest, I think I should have done this one with the adhesive sheets and I forgot to do it. So I might have to use a glue dot or something there. But if I were to do this again, I'll probably put adhesive sheets to my gold foil when die cutting it so that it's easier. So something like that. So you can see here that I am taking this space. So I probably need my sentiment to go somewhere really close here. And I was thinking of using the one that says, thank you. What is that? What does this says? Thank you what? Thank you for making this a wonderful season. I think that that's really cute for like your friends, right? So I wanted to put it somewhere here. That way I can align those somewhere there, right? So this is where I was telling you, if I were to put them right, well, actually, well, let's see. If I put them right here and then I put this, I actually can put them here and take the space there. See how that works? I'm telling you. So if I put them here, it kind of fits perfectly. And it doesn't seem to have so much white area here, right? So I would probably go this way. Now, I found these on my scraps and I thought it would be really nice. Now, you can see it's already cut and everything, but it was a square or something that I had left from another project. And I had already cut it when I cut this thing. So it's already this tiny. But this is a piece from the metallic cardstock that we have right now. And so I thought it would look really great if I just added like so, right? And no one knows that it's just a scrap, but literally I just found this laying around and I'm like, well, I think I can use this one. And it actually looks really cool and it goes really well with the color. So I'm gonna go ahead and use it, but that's why it's already cut out because this was actually a scrap that I had laying around, which, yeah, that talks about how bad I am at cleaning my room and always having those scraps. So but yeah, I don't know. So anyway, so let's go with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and stamp then somewhere here. Because originally I thought I would be stamping here, but it sounds like it's better to do it here so that I can have all that foliage coming on this area. Now for these, I'm gonna use the soft suede. So let me bring soft suede here. Okay. All right, let's just use soft suede. All right, and we're gonna be putting them like right here. There we go. Yes, perfect. Okay, so now it's time to be embellishing everything. And let me see, do I have, yeah, I do have here this one and glue dots, because you know how I'm gonna start losing everything here. I have the seal. Okay, perfect. So I'm like, all right. So let's go ahead and start putting it together here. So I'm gonna go and at this one, and like I said, you gotta be careful on this section. And I feel like I wasn't really good at going. So like this one is even thinner than the other one, right? So it wasn't quite right in the middle, but it is fine. There we go. Oh, so now we're gonna go ahead. You just gotta make sure that you don't have any of the glue showing up, okay? Because, yeah. All right. Ooh. And so we're gonna go ahead and add it to our card. Alrighty. What two blocks do I use the most? Teresa. Well, I'll be honest, I have this one. If you're talking about the what is this called? The acrylics. This one is the D. I use a lot of the D's and a lot of this one, which is the C. But I'll be honest, as you can see, I have already 3. I have like 6 of these ones just because I don't like not having enough. The other one that I use a lot is this one, which is H. Now for the very tiny, I also have like 3 of the mini ones for like the little tiny ones, because those I found that if I put them in the larger, sometimes I get a lot of ink everywhere. So I do like having also the small ones, but the ones that I use the most usually are those 2. So it is the D and the C. Those are like my favorites, and those are the ones that I have the most. And honestly, I think this is the one, the D is the one that I have even more. Because again, I just feel like I don't want to be taking them apart, and I feel like with 6 of them I surely can do all my stamping without like a card, without having to be cleaning and repetition. So anyway, so you can see here I want to have that way. Hopefully that's what you were asking. All right, good deal. So now we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put this one like right here. And again, this was just a scrap. So I would have though, if I didn't had the Poinsettia, I would have gone with a larger thing to put it here, or maybe like 2 little ones and put them here. So anyway, so for this one though, I'm gonna go ahead and add the adhesive on this side, and actually I'm gonna be putting it on both so that I hold that piece right. So I need to make sure it kind of holds where I need it. And there you go. So now I can go ahead and add adhesive to the whole thing. And of course, we're going to be adding adhesive on this piece. Oh, I don't think I had. There we go. So yeah, there we go. Okay, so next thing we're going to be doing is, I probably think that we need to be adding these ones first, because those go like in the background, and I want to make sure they're not going outside the card, right? So we'll probably put them like so, and then have this one like right here. Okay. And again, I'm trying to see how I want to line up everything. I think this one goes really well that way. And then have the leaves here. The small one here and the larger there, maybe. Yeah, I think that would look really nice, don't you think? So definitely like having those here. So let's just add, well, you know what? Let's just add the, like I said, I should have used adhesive sheets because that would have made them like little stickers, but it will be fine. I mean, seriously. So I'm using the fine tip glue pen, and I'm just going to be adding little dots on those little circles here. I don't know if those are cherries or what, but so let's just call them circles, but I don't know. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put the one here, and I would probably add one there. And I'm telling you that block it's amazing, and I have a lot of them. Because yeah, they help me a lot when crafting for sure. And you can see I'm just adding a little bit. All right, so then we're gonna go ahead and add this one like right here. And same thing as with the other. Oh my goodness. Hopefully there's still adhesive there. I don't know if I move it too fast. All right, now as always, make sure you cap it right away after you're done. That way you don't clog the little tip, and it's ready for you to use the next time you need it. Okay, so let me see. So the next thing we're going to go ahead and do is add this one. Now for this one, I'm going to go ahead and do the glue dots. The cherries on this one are large enough. And you should be able to put them like so. There we go. And then for these, I'm going to go ahead and use the, oh, did I? Nope, still good. Yep, still good. So this one will be on dimensionals. And then this one, let me just see. Yeah, it looks nicer that way. Kind of like in an angle. And then do that like so. Yep. All right. So for this one, I'm going to go ahead and just add it like so. In an angle. And same thing with this one. So you can see I always lay them just to see where I need to be adding them. So I would probably just go like so. And I think that it might have been better if I had put this one under and this one on top, but I think it's fine. And then I'm going to be adding dimensionals for this one. So, and like I said, you can play with the different poinsettias. It took a little bit more of time because I wanted to share with you how beautiful that whole suite is and how you can be changing them to your liking, really. So definitely lots and lots of options when you're talking poinsettias, and when you're doing Christmas cards, I think that this is just really gorgeous. And they're not that hard to make. You know, like a few years ago, I think on one of the Stampin' Stacks I did when I was making the classes at home, oh my goodness, we did the most gorgeous poinsettias, but holy cow, they took forever to make. I'm telling you. So I'm very excited with this one because these ones are not taking yet. Perfect. I love how it's looking. Yeah. And so I think that these are so easy to make. Definitely. All of them are so easy to make. So definitely there's no bad options here. So you can see how it looks. Do you like it? Hopefully you do. Yeah, try that glue pen, Carol. You're going to see that it's very easy to use. So anyway, so here you go. Now, to embellish this thing even more, right? I mean, you could go an extra mile and then use the crystal effects for those little berries. I'm not going to do it just now, only because I have way too many things here, and I'm sure that by the end, it's not going to be dry, and so I will smash it. But I would definitely will be using the crystal effects on all those berries, and in fact also with the ones in the center area. I'll probably, when I post them on my blog, you're going to see that they will have that, because definitely they make it, they look really nice with that. And the other thing that you can do, and that one I know I can do right away, it's adding the wink of a stella to the poinsettia. So that way you can have some sort of shimmery already on the whole poinsettia, and I think that adds even more to your card. Okay, now as you can see, I didn't really use any ribbon or anything this time, which I think is crazy because I almost always use some sort of ribbon. But honestly, I feel like already with the gold foil and the leaves and the poinsettia, there is already too much going on to be able to add a bow. But yeah, if maybe with the other type of poinsettias that might also look good, or if you didn't have that much of all these things going on, that would also work. But I feel like my card already has way too many things going on to then add a ribbon. So anyway, so let me just do a close up here. I don't know if you can see it. Hopefully you can, but that shimmery look it's just fantastic. So anyway, so I'm gonna go then with the next card, and the next one should go faster because we're not going to be doing the stamping. We already did that. And let me show you the next one. Actually, well, let me just bring that one here. I should have gone the other way, but that's fine. So here we have. So for this one, I used, because I had that other piece, right? So we took this one away. I didn't want to be wasting this part, right? I mean, why would you waste it with, it looks already amazing. And you can see the other side is as well amazing. But anyway, so I thought I was going to use this one now for the card. So this is how these two came along. So now for this one, I have, again, the soft suede, and I'm going to be folding it in half. Same as with the other one, I've already die cut everything. So hold on. So use your bone folder. And like I mentioned, I already die cut the same elements. You can see here I have those berries, and then I have, or branches, I don't know what those are. Then the little berries here. And I have die cut the one flower. You can see this one is the one that matches that die from the set. And then I have already the two leaves, which if you're just joining me now, make sure you watch the beginning of the video where I show how to make those, okay? I also have a piece of crumb cake, and this one is 4 by 5, yeah, 4 by 5 1/4. Yep. And I have already embossed it with the Tasteful Textile embossing folder, which I am in love with that one. I've been using it more and more and more. I just can't leave it. I think that it's amazing to have embossing folders that are generic. You know, like you could also be using the subtle 3D that we have, the 3D folder, because those add texture, but it's not, it could go for any theme, right? So definitely love having those type of sets of embossing folders. And like I mentioned, this is already the other section of that card that we just did. And this one is 1/2 inch. Yeah, 1/2 inch by almost 3. You can see it's not quite there. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and stamp. So let's just do this one first. Same as with the other one, we're gonna go ahead and bring the soft suede. I want to use this. Okay, and we're gonna be stamping it right in the middle of it. There we go. And we're gonna go ahead and punch it out the ends, okay? So this one, I'm gonna go ahead and punch the ends. Alrighty. And let's just start going. So we have all the pieces, and same as with the other one, I always like to lay everything just to see how I'm gonna go and do this one. You could go for the same look as the other one, but maybe we can go differently, right? So what if this time we go this way? So maybe I add, I mean, it's still the same, but on the vertical line, right? I could add my sentiment here. Oh, yep. Actually, then I would need to, well, no, let's just put it here then, so that I can see the whole thing. Or, well, let's just see. Let's just see. I always like playing with the whole layout and see how it looks. Yep. and then have these little guys come here. Do I want 2 or do I want 1? Maybe this time I do that the one on top and then have this one here. Yeah. I do like how it looks, and I can put this one like right here. I feel like that one looks really nice. So I'm going to go with this one, which essentially is the same as that one. It's just different direction, right? So definitely play with it and see what you like. So let's just go ahead and start putting everything together, since we now know how we're going to line up everything. And again, that's really what I do with the cards. Every single time I try to have all the pieces and line them up. You've always have heard me that I never have the cards. I always have the idea in my head. And this is why, because usually I have a few elements and then I start playing with them and see if I like it. And if I don't, then I just change them around. And usually you can come up with so many ideas that way. Every single time. It never fails. It really never fails. I'm telling you. So you got to try it one of these days if you haven't done so. So you can see how this one goes. Now, did I say this one is crumb cake? I don't know. I don't remember if I said that, but this is crumb cake. And also I actually did in the same tone. At one point I thought it would be nice to have a tone on tone. And then I decided I wanted to go and give some contrast to it. So they kind of look a little bit different, right? So anyway. So that's another thing. You could also play with the different colors there, right? So, okay. So let's just put this one right in the center. Yeah. Well, it's not quite the center. There you go. And where is the, yeah. So we're going to be needing this one again. And thank you so much for sharing, Betsy. I really appreciate it. So we're going to go ahead and put this one so that we know where we want those to go. And we said that this time we're going to try to put the lip first and then the little branch here. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that one because I want to give it a try where I have the, let me just see. Yeah. There you go. Okay. And then I want to put one first. Yeah. And the same thing, we're just going to go ahead and do the little circles. And again, should have been easier to use the adhesive sheets at the time. I didn't thought through this. But if you have the adhesive sheets, I think that would have been really good because it will be like a little sticker. So much more. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and add that one. And I always put a block just to have some pressure. It does dry really fast. So it's not like it takes forever. So that's good. But at the same time, you got to be quick and then close the cap. Because again, you don't want it to be clogged up the next time you use it. So, and you can see here those things. And I'm going to go ahead and do that one here. Same thing, we're going to hold it. And I'm going to go ahead. Now, if all of a sudden you see that one of the pieces are not adherent or it's not down or something like that, you can always add more. That's one of the things that I do like from these, that it's too fine to go under the pieces and add a little bit of adhesive. So definitely that's another plus, especially if you sometimes forget areas, because that had happened to me a lot of times. So anyway, so now we're going to be adding this one here. And these ones are going to go with the glue dots. And you can see that I'm only adding 3 of them. So I'm not adding too many of those. So if I want this one right here, so yeah, there you go. Okay. And then we're going to be adding this one like so, and then have this one here. Yes. All right, so now this one, definitely I want it popped up as well as the Poinsettia. I think that will be really nice. Thank you so much for sharing, Diane. I really appreciate it. All righty. So now we're going to go ahead and put this one. I'm going to put this one right here. And so this one will go, yeah, right here. Okay, so now let's add this one with dimensionals. I feel like I need like little dimensionals on these areas, like these points. I might just add one more here. Yeah, sometimes I get carried away with the dimensionals. All righty. Oh. Alrighty, so same as with the other one, add the crystal effects to those berries at the end. Like I said, I'm not going to be doing as well as the center. I'm not going to do it right now because I want to show them all together at the end of the video. And I know that they're not going to be dry by then, and then I'm going to smash them. But I will be doing that afterwards. And then I'm going to be adding also the wing of a stella, because I really feel like that adds a lot to your Poinsettia, you know. It really adds a lot. I'm going to do another close-up so that you can see it. Hopefully you can see it. But oh my goodness, in person, this card just look amazing. And you see how easy it was. And like I said, you can change this Poinsettia to any of the other ways I show you at the beginning of this video. So definitely make sure you watch the video from the beginning so that you can see the other options you have there. All right, so there we have it. You can, I don't know if you can see it. Hopefully you can, but it looks really nice. That shimmery look, yeah, you can probably see a little bit there. So anyway, so here is card number 2. And let's just see. And I love doing these types. So you're using both ends of the paper. So I think that way you maximize your paper. So anytime I use a large piece and I have something like that, I always tend to use that for the next card. I don't know what it is. I feel like I couldn't be wasting it. And of course I could have also done like a 3 holder, but I mean, I love making cards, so why not use it in another card? So anyway, so let me go for the final card. And again, it's using the same colors combination as you can see here. This one, I'm gonna be using that one. I feel like this time I've been taking a little bit longer. Well, of course we have all the issues at the beginning, but the camera and whatnot with the zoom. So, whew. But you know what? I'm glad I'm doing this. I think I'm learning a new skill with this Zoom thing, and hopefully I can do it more often. I do like showing my face, but it's just I've never found a way to do it, and now I think there is a way. So let me know what you think about that. So anyway, and of course it's not that long, it's just for a little bit, but anyway, it's always awkward when I am talking and there's only hands and no face. I know that, but you know, so anyway, so we have same thing as the other one. So soft suede, and this is 8.5 by 5.5. I folded in half using my bone folder. Then I have, this is also from the same design series paper, so you can see how gorgeous it is. All the patterns are really nice and they color coordinate perfectly. So this one is, let me see. This one is 3 1/4 by 5 5/8, and it is a little bit longer because you know that I love to cut out whatever excess I have because I want to be covering the whole thing. And then I have another piece that is 1 inch by 5 5/8 too. Okay, so that way again it's going to be longer. I know it's longer, but then I just cut out the excess there. I also have a piece of gold foil, and this one is 1/2 inch by, this one is even longer, so this one is almost 5 7/8, right? But again, it's just, I guess it was just a scrap I had, and again I'm just going to be cutting it to the 5 1/2 of my card. I do have a label here from the stitched So Sweetly Stitched dies, right? And if you don't know which ones I'm talking, it's these ones. These are one of my favorite labels. I think I've used them a lot lately. I really do like them a lot. So anyway, so this one will go right here. I'm going to be putting that one there. And I have already, same as with the other one, I'm just going to be using this one. You can see it was the scrap I had already. So this one has, it was garden green, and it is 1/2 inch, and I already cut it. So now it's like 2 1/2. But we're going to put in like so. And then we're going to be adding our poinsettia here, right? Yep, I want to put it right there. And then I'm going to be adding this one here. I'm going to be changing a little bit this one. Well, kind of, I don't know. The 2 leaves, right? And again, I show you how to die cut or stamp color and die cut those leaves. This one I'm going to be putting it right here. And instead of 2, I'm only going to be adding 1, not 2, you know? Let's just add the 1 and then have this one right there. I feel like that one looks also really nice. So I'm going to go that way with this one. So this is how this card would look. And see how when you lay all the pieces, you can actually see how the card looks. I mean, at this point, I've not glued down anything, and you can see exactly how it's going to look, right? So like I said, this is why I don't have the cards made, because at least at this point, I can see how it looks. So anyway, so let me go here. All right, so let me just go ahead and start gluing down, and let me just see something. Oh no, I mean, it's never so the pose will watch. Okay, yeah, watch the replay, Susan. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and glue this section first. Okay, yeah. Let me just. Okay, and I'm gonna line it up to, yeah. Actually, let me see, what is easier? Yeah, I think it's easier that way. So I'm gonna line it up here and then cut the other end. I don't think that matters, but you know, sometimes. Yeah, there we go. So now I'm gonna be cutting. Like I said, I know it was gonna be long. So now I'm gonna be cutting, and of course, I don't know where are my scissors here? Like, where are the scissors? Now, if you cut, if when you're doing this, you catch that you have still some adhesive there, and then your scissors get cut with that gooey, you can use, I used essential oils. I actually used the lemon for that, and it just cleans it really nice. Plus, you have a really nice smell, you know, when you're done, because everything just smells like lemon, so it smells really good. So anyway, so I only need like this much, right? So I'm going to be putting these 2 together first, and then I'm going to be gluing it. Yeah, I only need like a little pieces, not the whole thing. Even though it's a 1/2 inch, you can see it's not a lot that I want to be showing. So for this case, I'm actually going to be adding the adhesive first on this one. And then I'm going to be adding it to this. Okay. And I'm going to be cutting this section. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and let me see. Is that, yeah, probably the same thing. I'm going to put it, line it up here and then cut from that end. Okay. So I'm going to line it up. And do I want to leave a little bit of that or no? It actually looks nice with a little bit. So I might just leave a little bit of that. Not much, not a lot. There we go. And now I'm going to go ahead and cut this section. There we go. And we have that piece. Now I'm going to have this one like right here and this one right here. Yes. Okay. So I want to raise that one with dimensionals, but this one leave flat. So I'm going to go ahead and add it like so here. Yeah. Yeah. And then I'm going to go ahead and raise this one already. Since I already have this area, so let's just use 3 of these. Oh, there you go. See? So I'm going to be adding in like so. All right. We're then going to go ahead and let's see, have this one come like so. I actually feel like it has to go more like that because it's kind of cutting a little bit. So I should have moved a little bit. See, I didn't pay attention to that, but we can fix that. See that? Yeah, it's done. All right. And it's good because it's still within that. So I need to make sure it goes that way. So I'm going to go ahead, and this one is going to be raised. So I'm going to be adding this one here and that one here. So, okay, so let's start putting our like that way. Okay. And then same as with the other one, we're going to go ahead and use the fine tip glue pen. So let's go ahead and add those. Okay. And I'm going to just go ahead and put some there. I'm just going to go ahead and close it. And again, that's a big thing with this one. You need to make sure you remember to close it right away. Don't leave it open because it will clog up. All right, so now let me see. Oh, still need a little bit of that. So if I put this one right here, yeah, like so. Let me exit this one. There we go. This one is taking a little bit more than usual. I don't know what the deal was. Just give it a little bit more. I'm gonna start putting the, it doesn't take forever, but yeah, that one was taking a little bit more than the other ones. Or maybe because on the other ones I had two, so they kind of took longer. Okay, there we go. So now we're gonna be adding this one like so, and again, I just need to see how. Oh, actually, I like it here better. There you go, yeah. And then I'm gonna be adding this one. So this one again with dimensionals. I'm gonna be adding Carol, you're so funny. Yes. Yeah, it can be a little bit challenging sometimes. So I hear you in that. Alrighty. All right. So now let's just go ahead and see. It seems like I need to be adding this one this way so that I still see the sentiment. Actually, I need to move a little bit. Yeah, there we go. There we go. See that? So you just need to play with it. I think I should have moved this one a little more towards this side and I would have been better, but it looks okay. And it's not outside the card, which is really what it's important for me, because sometimes when it is outside, it's hard to put on your envelopes as well, and they get damaged easier. So definitely, I always try to keep everything within the area of the card rather than have something going out. So now, same as with the other ones, we're gonna go ahead and add the wing of the stella. And that, I'm telling you, that adds a really nice shimmer look, which I'm sure you're gonna love. I can see it's almost, I'm having to squeeze a lot more, so I'm almost running out, I think. I do use it a lot, so, but it's all good. And like I said, for the berries, I would definitely use that crystal effects as well as the centers of the sun of the Poinsettia as well. I think that will add a really nice effect to your car, definitely. Okay. All right. So let me just show you how it looks. Let me take all those things so that you can see them all. So this is card number 3. Let me just show you how it looks. Well, hello. How are you? Say hello to Lenny. I didn't see you before, so sorry. But I'm glad you're here with us. So here you have it. And you can see a little bit of that of the shimmer there. So let me just share it with you. Card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3. So you can see them all, how they look. And yeah, so hopefully you like them all. And again, as I was talking at the beginning of this video, make sure if you're interested on learning more about how to kickstart your creativity to make cards easier and faster, I guess, make sure you are on that challenge. It is starting next week. I'm super excited with that. And again, I'm going to be going live every single day during that week on my Facebook group. So make sure you are on that challenge. After you sign into that challenge, you're going to see a button that says join the Facebook group. Make sure you go through that so that you get added to the Facebook group where I will be going live. And I'm also going to be sending you, so just I'm going to be sending you information or the resources. So there's going to be a supply list that I should be sending like here quickly. Plus, I'm going to be sending reminders every single day, 10 minutes before the Facebook Live, so that you know it's happening and you can go to the group and see the video. So anyway, so hopefully you join me. Every day is going to be a different card. Kind of use not the same elements, but using kind of like the same layout so that you can see how you can kickstart your creativity and how you can modify the card so that you get different designs every single time. So honestly, I think it's really good. I'm very excited to have it. This is the first time I've ever do something like that, and I really look forward to see what you say about it. Okay, and see all your cards and what you come up during those 5 days. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And hopefully you join me to that challenge, and I'll see you next week. By the way, Saturday, I'm also going to be live on my Facebook group at 6 p.m. So make sure you're there. I'm not sure what we're going to be showing. I don't know if it's going to be another Christmas card or what. So I'll definitely have to send a poll or something to see what the group wants to see for this Saturday. So thank you. I really appreciate it. Let me know which one is your favorite. Let me see. All beautiful. Oh, you're so sweet. 3 is your number, your favorite. Carol, let me see. All 3. You are all so nice. Thank you. Don, you like the first one? So okay. Teresa, you said you love all of them. So anyway, so thank you so much. And I'm sorry I had so much trouble at the beginning. I'm just learning this whole thing of streaming through Zoom. And clearly there were so many issues. Oh, thank you so much for your hearts. Really appreciate them. Anyway, thank you. And I'll see you next week. Oh, you know what? Probably next week I'll be on the challenge because it's about the same time. So no Facebook Live on my Facebook page because I'm going to be on that Facebook group. So there's not going to be a Facebook Live on this group. So anyway, so if you want to watch it, make sure you're in the challenge because that's where the live is going to be. So thank you. I'll see you next week. Bye for now. Let me see how I finish now this thing. All right. So thank you.